Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Tour here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to The Boys Gen V Season 1 Episode 5, titled Welcome to the Monster Club. Reward. Last night, the incredible Steve attended an off-campus party where his penis was lost. He just wants it back, so his family is offering a $10,000 reward for its safe return, no questions asked. Please contact the Godolphin Daily Classified Office or the Lost and Found desk at the Godolphin Student Union. I almost got through that without stuttering. I bet you Rufus took it. Well, for one, there's no way that reading the synopsis out, if I was in a state to get these videos monetized, this will get monetized because that was all within the first 30 seconds, so yeah. Well, good thing I'm not at that stage yet, even though it's been almost 7 years. But, yeah, I bet you Rufus took it. Or, it has nothing to do with the episode. Also, yes, I did hit the mic. I don't need to say that, but I apologize anyway, because it was probably loud. I wonder if I can offset it by talking while I move it. But, yeah, so, in the last episode, the ending of that was very suspect. Now, I did watch a couple other people's reactions, and there was a note made that it didn't have the same audio cue as when Rufus used his powers earlier. However, they wouldn't. The whole Chekhov's thing, in this case, I guess Chekhov's rapist, they wouldn't have shown that to be a part of his power and set up an antagonistic relationship between him and Marie, her towards him for trying to roofie her and then rape her with his powers, and him to her for blowing up his dick. They wouldn't have done that if it wasn't going to come back in some way. That's why I and several others immediately jumped on the Rufus thing. The audio cue is interesting because normally that's very consistent, so that does throw a minor spanner in it, but I'm still saying Chekhov's, it was Rufus. But I guess we're going to find out what happened to the rest of the crew after that, like where they all woke up. I'm assuming, given where it happened, that Sam's going to be back in the woods. There's also the possibility that Emma may be in the woods because of her involvements in breaking Sam out. But where would Andre and Kate go? I guess we'll find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Would they end up together as well? Oh yeah, it was also pointed out that Sam is wearing Greg's uniform. Like a janitor's uniform with the name Greg. See, that time it did have the same. Like watching them right near each other. Yes. Where are they? And what was that dripping from the ceiling? Okay, they're apparently at what appears to be a frat house. I don't know. Apparently that's Translucent Kid. Yeah. It seems that way. Well, that's an interesting use for that power. Is that a blowhole? Yes, that was some form of hole. And where the hell are you? Okay, so she can't metabolize it to go. Have the sex. Multiple days. Well, at least I had the decency to said so. The what? Speaking of, Sam, how are you? So you have your memory. Yeah, remember you at full stop. This is probably not good for a. Well, that's a nice way to end it. No, it was yours. I may have blown up his dick. Your fingers are touchy. virus, huh? I'm assuming it's going to be activated by the Gen V in there. Ooh, a blood. I almost said quirk. Power. Being experimented on by someone who's trying to use a virus. Who's the benefactor? This is not on you. Um. Well, they seem. I mean, to be fair, it's probably because she was so out of it. Jordan thinks that you're going to push him away, and now you're thinking that they're pushing you away. Hmm. Interesting. So it wasn't a little bit remembers. uh, I think you're gonna want to deal with them rather than what's gonna probably appear in front of you. Did Did you really think that was gonna work though? Have my subtitles been off this entire time? Like they're on my screen. They're not. Can I? I don't think I can rearrange that. One sec. I don't know what happened, but they're suddenly there. I couldn't actually change the positioning. Now all of a sudden they're where they should be. Who knows? Let's get back into it in 3, 2, 1, go. Watch this stuff up again. You saw the proof that I fixed it. Starlight Theatre. Um, what in the Team America shit is this? What the fuck am I? What? I mean, knew they were real because they weren't glitching like Puppet Emma did, but Someone put makeup on a scab, didn't they? No? That would be a tracker. Okay, what are you doing? That's... So you take after your dad. So can Sloan turn into the alpaca, or is Sloan just an alpaca? Hmm. Again, it's not perfect. Why are you involved in this? Is this a make them forget and we won't have to go after them kind of thing? Also, did she tell Emma that she was going to see Kate, or was that a spur of the moment and they both went their separate ways? Because that could lead them down the track that, like the right track. Did they check Emma for a tracker? Ah, that's an issue. Or was that the one she hadn't lost? You know it was Kate. That would explain why he was. So, I was sort of correct with the whole siren thing, but for different reasons. Oh, right, that's the guy that from what was it, season 2? Mesmer? The one that Butcher beat to death on the sink? Answer that. It is, so. She can return the memories as well. Well, at least one of them has the whole story. That's a fitting song. So, I'll admit, I was wrong. The audio cue not being there was a tell. Weird that they did then retroactively put it in the previously on for the next episode, though that could have been to throw off the case. I'd wondered why there was a YouTube video about this episode that said, Kate betrays everyone. I thought that maybe she was going to go to the dean with what they have. Like how, like, we know that the dean is basically the, I'm not really sure on-site therapist would be the right term, but I thought she would have gone to her in confidentiality and accidentally implicated all of them into this, resulting in them being locked up. Like, sort of a betrays in that it was accidentally. No, I was not expecting her to actually be working with Shetty to, like, actively manipulate them into forgetting everything. Like, I mean, why would I think that? Sure, she's a pusher, but pushers don't usually have the ability to be like, forget everything you know. Which, if I'd have known that she had the ability to do that, then obviously she would have been a suspect. But it's because she obviously would have been a suspect as to why we didn't know that. Huh. Interesting. So, I'm interested to see where that goes, because you'd think that obviously it's going to come up again, and well, she's going to. So you remember how I said early on that I'm expecting us to lose at least one more? I could see her making a sacrifice play as sort of an atonement for what she's done. Do I think she would go that far, though? Don't know. She did seem genuinely remorseful and actually hating what she's done to her friends and all of that. And she did return Andre's memories, even if it was just to save him from taking someone else's life who didn't deserve it in that instant. Interesting. Like, I'm always skeptical of people who have mental powers. It's sort of a innate thing, like, if you can affect the mind, you are a terrifying individual. And so, I said episode 1. What if she was using her powers on Luke? I thought it was to do with the relationship thing, and quite possibly was in that, because, Tech Knight didn't pick up on anything when she said, "I wish I had have known how bad it is." Now, could it just be that she wasn't aware that her powers has a degradation on other people's mental states if she uses on them too regularly? Because she possibly didn't even know that the memories could bleed through until, well, they started going down the same trail that they'd already gone down. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens next, because obviously they're not going to be on very good terms with Kate after this, so hey, who knows? Maybe Jordan and Marie will actually be able to have a conversation about what they are. Though I reckon that's going to be the very end of the season thing. I know this show is about making fun of tropes and everything, but it also does play into some tropes. And what is the biggest trope but the will they won't they getting together at the very end? So yeah, I can see that waiting till the end of the season, possibly future seasons if they do decide to continue on this story. I know this is meant to be just an interim thing that builds into season 4, like it's meant to expand the world to like back end introduce characters who are going to be in the next season, like Tech Knight. But yeah, so I know that's what this is, and it's quite possible that any of these top ranked kids could be in the next season. But it would be interesting if I could remember what my train of thought that got me into this was. Alright, the eventual seasons. Like, I don't know whether there are going to be more seasons of this. Whether they're going to follow Marie through subsequent semesters or years or whatever. Because all of this has happened in what? Like a week max? Like there was the nighttime, like there was the first day. There was the first classes. There was a nighttime interview where he discovered the lab. There was the next day when Tech Knight arrived. There was the nighttime in that episode. They've lost at least one more day because of the party. So, yeah, a week max. I'm assuming move-in day would be on a Sunday, so they said in this it was Saturday, and it was night at the end, so yeah. Like, it's been a week and all of this has happened, so who knows? Maybe they won't even make it to the next semester before they do the next season, if they do it. But, yeah. Yes, so did they put a tracker on Emma? I don't know how they were able to find Luke. It's interesting that Kate let him go. So I want to know what happened between them at the doctor's house and them arriving at the party. Because that party seemed to be the next day. So from when Emma pinned Sam down to them arriving at that party is still a mystery. We may find out in the next episode, which I could just click play on the next episode, which came out, what was it, 2 days ago? Yesterday? Whatever it was. And find out. But I want to know what happened, because when exactly did she mind wipe them? Obviously, it wasn't at the doctor's place. Sure, she was there. Sure, she could have. But if she was working with the principal, well, the dean, then why wouldn't she have just brought Sam in? Why would Sam have escaped? He is still wearing the same clothes, but he's probably got nothing else to change into. When would they have had the trackers placed in? Did the doctor tell Kate not to bring Sam in because he no longer wants to risk working on, like, experimenting on him and everything? And then that just led to him putting the trackers in all of them, sending them on their way, Sam escaping once, no, because you'd think that as soon as Emma was subdued, he would lash out at whoever was the one who did it, so. Curiouser and curiouser. But anyway, I don't know whether I'm going to go straight into recording the next episode or I'm going to wait. I'm already recording this out of my usual schedule because I'm that interested in this show, so yeah. Whatever it is, I'll catch you in the next one. Also, I've just realized, again, the synopsis, absolutely nothing to do with the episode. Sure, it mentions a party, and I'm assuming that is to say party where he lost his dick, but also his arms had to be violently ripped off for him to then be able to attach them again. How did he lose his dick? Like, I want to know. I've reminded this because I've just gone back to the page to see how long this episode, because I thought that recording was short. And then I saw the synopsis again, and well, I don't know why this has just popped into my head and not when I first read the synopsis, but I have the song Detachable Penis running through my head. And that's an actual song, by the way. That song played when my parents were growing up on radios and shit, so yeah, that's an actual song. But yeah, how do you lose a dick? Like, anyway, I'm ending it real for now. I'll catch you in the next one.